These are four powerful truths that people typically learn during their first year of retirement, and they tend to be pleasant surprises. So normally I'd say take a walk with me and let's talk about this, but I'm currently standing on about 6 feet of snow, and every time I take a step, I just plunge into the snow. So no walk today, but let's talk about this. The first truth that people learn is boy, their health is just super important, right? All we really have in life is our time and our health. And if you have $10 million in the bank, but your health is starting to go, who cares, right? You'd much rather have your health. So the first truth is really that they have time to take care of their health. They may not have realized how much pressure that they were under, right? It's kind of that story with the frog in the boiling water, right? As we've all worked for 30, 40, 50 years, the temperature in that water gets increased ever so slightly every day, and all of a sudden, we're shouldering a lot of stress, particularly, when we had younger children. The kids were getting ready to go to college. We had to save for college. We had to save for retirement. We had to worry about, do I have health care insurance? Is my family okay there? Do you have life insurance? You've got a lot of pressures at work. You're paying off a mortgage. So the first one is really your health. And I think, a lot of people feel this huge weight of relief come off sometime during the first 6 months of their retirement. It's just, you didn't realize how much stress that you were under. And I have a lot of people tell me, I'm not sure I could go back, right? It is to jump on that moving train of stress while it's going full speed would be hard to do, right? We started off, when we're 14 years old with our first job, and we've gradually increased that over time. So that's the first one is the level of stress that's relieved, the amount of time that they have to take care of themselves, go to the gym maybe when it's not so crowded and packed, maybe cook more food at home, shop for healthier foods, things like that. It's really a gift, and it's a gift that once you have it, you're probably never going to want to give it up. The next one is just the gift of time. Right? So much of what we do and are passionate about now is really based on the chunks of time that you have available to do things, right? It feels a lot different to travel when, you leave on a Friday after work, you catch a red eye to wherever you're going, you're there 5 days, you catch a red eye back home, and then you're back to work the next day. And things are very different if you have more time and can do what I call is slow travel. And travel is just one example, right? You have time to travel. You have time to look into other passions that may take some time. It may take a while to learn a new skill. A lot of people, want to learn kind of a new profession. Maybe you've always wondered, how do these computers work and how do these programmers do what they do? So you take a coding boot camp. Well, you know what? When you were working full time, you couldn't do that. So the second shocking and delightful truth that's typically learned sometime during your first retirement is just the gift of time that you may not have had previously. And then the third one is just relationships. When you look at relationships, when you look at people that you care about, either, maybe it's adult children, and spending time with the grandkids, and you can actually be involved with your grandkids. You can actually maybe even be one of the primary caregivers. When my sister was younger and had young children, my aunt, who at the time was 60, 65, came over 3 days a week, and while my sister went to work, my aunt would spend time with her nephews, and now she's got this very special bond with those nephews, and you just can't do that when you're working. So relationships with grandkids, relationships with adult children, relationships with aging parents. Maybe, many of us are kind of in that mixed stage of life where we're trying to help our younger kids build their lives and begin to thrive in their own right. And then we also have aging parents that, could really benefit from having us in their lives and being involved in their lives. So relationships, adult children, grandchildren, and then maybe old friends that you didn't have a chance to connect with and spend as much time with when you were working. Maybe they live far away, and maybe you have a friend that was in Australia, and boy, that's a hard trip to make in a week. But if you can go there for a month and check out Australia, spend some quality time with your friend, and maybe see Southeast Asia while you're on that side of the world, that's a really good thing. So the gift of relationships. And then the last one I want to talk about is the gift of being able to find a new passion, right? At least for me, passions and accomplishment is the second one for me. Those are my two, what I call drugs of choice. You know, having adventures, having a new passion. And a lot of folks, when they're working, you know, they say, gee, I don't know what I'm going to do in retirement because I've kind of let my passions go to the wayside as I had all of these responsibilities and had to focus on work and these other commitments. But you know, when you retire, that gives you a chance to reset and to really start to explore what might be some things that you enjoy doing that you didn't have time to do before. So that can be super powerful as well. And then you combine all of these together, right? The combination of having time, feeling healthier. It's not unusual for people to drop 20 pounds when they first retire. My mother dropped, believe it or not, 100 pounds. My mom was always a little heavy set, always had to work on that. But that was her new passion when she retired. So you get to combine all these things, the time and the health, and you feel like doing more things, and you can have more adventures. You know, today, as you can tell behind me, I'm at a ski resort. Can you learn to ski in your 60s? Absolutely. I met a person once on the chairlift who was 80 years old and knew how to ski a little bit, but was getting back into the sport. And things like that just really motivate me. So think about that. And then also, if you've already won, if you're financially independent and maybe in your mid 40s or to your mid 60s and you're thinking you're going to wait to 65 to retire, really ask yourself why you're doing that. And if you love your job and you skip to work every day, absolutely keep working. But you know, if on Sunday night you get a knot in your stomach and you're not that excited about going facing a new week at work, you know, if you're financially independent, you've already won. There's nothing wrong with reaching out and grabbing that brass ring and say, you know what, I'm going to retire sooner than what I thought. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave me a like. It really does help other people find my channel. And leave me a comment. I do read the comments. They're super motivational to me to read the comments, to hear what you guys think about the videos, to get an idea of what topics that you'd like to see from me in the future as well. I also want to share, I'm not giving financial advice here. I'm just giving educational content. If you want to work with a fee-only financial advisor, I suggest you Google fee-only financial advisor and find somebody to work with that knows your specific situation. So again, I hope you found this video helpful. Till next time, I'm Asul, encouraging you to take full advantage of the youth of your senior years. Remember, you're only young once. Use this time wisely.